we have this concept of beginner's mind. And to clarify what that means to me, my observation is it's like being a child again. It's like looking at the universe, looking at the world through the eyes of a child, and looking at yourself through the eyes of a child. You notice children are not critical of themselves. You notice that they don't criticize themselves if they fail, if something goes wrong. It's only when the critical mind of the adult or someone else comes in and they tell them they're doing something wrong, and that's not the way to do it, or what's wrong with them, or how come they don't do this, or whatever. And so the beginner's mind is exactly what it is. It's like a child is a beginning. A child is a new beginning, a new human being coming into the world. And the beginner's mind is that fresh, clear, non-judgmental, non-critical mind. And when we live in the space of non-critical minds, what happens is we tend to flourish. Our performance tends to be much greater, much more dynamic, if you will. Than if we're criticizing ourselves. With criticism, we're always looking over our shoulder, trying to see if somebody's watching and what they're going to have to say and whether or not we're doing it right. It's just that being in that state of mind allows us to do what we really need to do. And what's interesting is we do it at the best possible level when we're not being critical. When we're being judgmental and critical, we tend to be frightened and scared and tense and tight and tentative and all those other words that really translate into a subpar performance. So the beginner's mind is really a place, when I sit down to write a book, and I'm going to have a writing session, say today, what I want to have is the beginner's mind. Otherwise, I'll be tearing up every sheet that I write on because it's not good enough, or it's not the thought that I need to write about, or this is not the right word. And so what I want to do is I want to create that beginner's mind through a practice of meditation where I clear my mind, relax, and be who I am. I'm Jerry. I write. I talk. I live, I exist, I am. And so to be here now, as Ram Dass once said in his famous book, Be Here Now, we have to have this beginner's mind.